What's going on, guys? Paulo CQ here.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple. Man, we're coming a little late, man. We had some technical difficulties.
For some reason, the
switch out the laptop.
The camera wouldn't capture our faces, and so we had to switch the link. But hey, man, we're here. We could see you. We were thinking of giving you a chance at seeing or experiencing what our audio audience hears, right?
Yeah.
Those of you who watch us live at the IamABusinessShow.com, you're like, you enjoy seeing our face. Don't take it for granted. You know, we have an audio listener listeners that listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Podomatic, and they only get to hear our voices. So we were thinking of giving you that experience, but you know, we really decided let's sacrifice being on time to get you guys the experience you like, which is seeing our lovely faces that are not so lovely today. I'm looking a little cray-cray, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, welcome to the IamABusinessShow.com. And tonight's topic is all about food, as you can see. No, I'm just kidding. Do you know your ABCs, baby?
Do you know your ABCs of selling?
A stands for apple, but it's not on that table. B stands for, I don't know.
Yo, ABCs of selling. Yo, stay focused, right?
I'm sorry, I got mesmerized by the food over there.
Yo, look, guys, check this out, right? We're going to be talking about the ABCs of selling, right? What we're going to be talking about here.
Woo!
Actually, we were here.
Woo!
Damn it, man. Come on. Freaking me out, dude. Your nose don't like that noise, bro.
I love you, baby.
No. You see how you make me act?
Dude, you just escalated it to another level for no reason. I was just excited. I was expressing my excitement.
Dude, I'm excited too.
You know what I feel like doing?
What's up?
I feel like going outside, playing manhunt, and football.
Let's stay focused.
All at once.
Let's stay focused, right?
Okay, ABCs.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the ABCs of selling today, guys, right? So we have all this beautiful food, right?
You know what this stands for?
ABCs, always be closing.
Always
Come on, man.
be closing, baby.
Dude, you're interrupting me. You're like, you're not focused today.
Am I interrupting him?
Dude, what are you talking about?
You interrupted me.
Dude, we're talking about the ABCs of selling.
Always
You're talking
be
about
closing.
playing manhunt.
No, that was earlier.
That's it. Cut
Come
it.
here now. Always be closing.
We're going to be talking about, look, just like last week. Wow, time goes by so fast. More than a week ago now. We were actually in Cancun, Mexico.
That's where that picture was taken.
It was taken at Cancun, Mexico. We were at an all-inclusive, the Hard Rock Cafe, all-inclusive. All the food was there, all the drinks, everything. Man, they just kept reloading that stuff.
That was awesome.
We could eat till our stomachs blew up, right? And
but we didn't, thank God.
The fact of the matter is right, I mean, look at all that food, right? I mean,
comida.
You can never go hungry. You can never go hungry when you got all that food, right? And the same thing in business, right? What we're going to be sharing with you guys today is I really want you guys to pay attention because we're going to share with you how never to go hungry in business.
Never,
right?
man.
Not for one day.
Look at that table, man. It's like we got stuff to choose from. Can you imagine
we got some
having
French toast,
we got
waffles,
some, what is this?
Egg whites, papayas.
Papayas, French toast.
Tacos.
I don't even know, man.
English muffins.
We got mashed
scramble, right?
Look, the point is this, guys. Look, the point is you don't ever want to have lack in your business. Can you imagine going to your business, drawing board, and you're looking and you're saying, well, how many leads do I have? How many sales do I have? You're stuck and you're like, dang, I gotta get to this goal. I need X amount of leads.
You gotta constantly.
What about never experiencing drought? Never going hungry.
I mean, dude, when you're in an all-inclusive, I mean, there's no way.
It's like suddenly your stomach goes, "Ooh, I'm hungry," and you're like, "Hold on."
Dude, it's like
Excuse me.
Dude, you just got food up the wazoo, man.
Up the wazoo.
Wazoo, right? Wazoo.
You're too funny.
Wazoo, right? so no, guys. So look, listen. You know, a lot of people say they don't like to sell. Look, this is the biggest misunderstanding when it comes to selling. A lot of people normally think the way they look at selling, it's kind of like that fat guy who's annoying, breathing down your neck, right? Just really, they got a disgusting picture about selling. But the truth of the matter is, right, we're all in business, and the only way you can secure your financial security is by understanding how to sell. Understanding how to sell, it's a beautiful, beautiful concept.
But selling what? You. Selling your skill sets, your talents, everything. You. Selling all of you. You know, we were hiring a project manager, and, you know, she sat there and she was like, man, I can do X, Y, and Z. I could do this. Look, I even did this. I'll send this over to you.
We didn't hire her, did we?
We did.
Why did we hire her?
We hired her because she was so confident in her skill sets. Our project manager.
Oh, we hired her?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she
did a good job at selling herself.
She sold her skill sets because she was confident. And where does confidence come from?
From being competent in the skill set, right?
Yeah,
Look, this is the only way you are gonna secure your financial security, right? If you don't understand how to sell, God, man, you're in big trouble, right? I remember a couple of years ago, you know, when I was in the martial arts school and I was learning how to manage a martial arts school, I was actually wanting to learn how to sell because I would see my wife sell these contracts to these martial arts. I mean, she would close, you know, $1,000 sales, $3,000 contracts, right? And I was
$7,000 contracts.
$7,000 contracts, and I was so
You always managed to forget that one number.
Yeah. I guess you didn't do a good enough job selling those.
Oh yeah, well because
how many did you sell? Did you ever sell more than 100?
Yeah.
You did? You really think so?
I don't know. So.
She didn't do that. She didn't sell over 100.
Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
No. Forget it. Look, just tell us later, okay?
Okay.
No, but I was so mesmerized watching her as she was closing these sales out, and I immediately knew that it was my duty and obligation to understand how to sell, because without even really understanding, I just knew that there was a power in that. Because the way I looked at it back then, when we were closing out contracts, we weren't getting any bonuses for it, right?
Nothing.
We're pretty much getting paid a salary, right? But I decided to still take the challenge. Not just because of the money, because there was no bonuses that we were making. We were making a pretty much a salary cap. Whether we sold more, we sold less, we would still be making the same amount of money in a month. But I took the challenge because I wanted to understand. I said to myself, man, when they say yes to a $7,000 contract, when they say yes to a $3,000 contract, when they say yes, right, what they're basically saying is they're saying yes to me. And I used to add all these numbers up, right? When I would sell these contracts, I was like, yo, I just made myself worth $50,000. I just made myself, I can sell 40, 30, 20. And all of a sudden this confidence started emerging, right? Because I started to say to myself, wow, I feel good at this. Like all my life, I was never good at very much anything. I was not good in football, right? I was not good in soccer. But then I found then I found business, right? I found business. I found selling, man. I was talking to some lady yesterday, right? And I'm talking to her, and the whole time she's like, man, I just came back from this network marketing convention, right? I think it was GoPro or something like that, right? Network Marketing Pro by Eric Worre, right? I mean, for those who went out there, shout out to you guys. That's awesome.
Did y'all enjoy it? Put it in the comments below.
That's awesome. You're educating yourself. By the way, guys, we are going to be giving you a gift for showing up, right? It's going to be a ticket admission to tomorrow's training, right?
Which we're having a special guest coming on out, talking about how you can make noise
in the market,
drive traffic to your business all through social media. Not only going over the powerhouse, look, not only going over the powerhouse social media sites like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, but he's also going to be going over the small ones like Snapchat.
Snapchat is powerful.
He's going to talk about all these things. So if you want to be there, text NOISE to 31996. Now, if you're hearing this, you know, on a recorded session and you text and you don't get anything back, it's because it obviously happened already.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
Look, man, welcome all the audiences real quick from YouTube, Vimeo, SoundCloud, Podomatic, iTunes. If you are watching this other than the IamABusinessShow.com, there should be a link underneath the video or on the side of the audio, wherever it is. Click on the IamABusinessShow.com. That way you can leave a message, book us for any upcoming events you may be having. And then we could just see a little bit more about how you can catch us live, all right? Those of you who are watching this live right now, you already here, you know
Exactly, right? I think that computer's about to die.
Oh, no.
But as I was talking to
this,
yeah, that'd be great, man. That'd be awesome. I normally get it, right? That'd be great.
So you want me to get it?
Yeah, can you get it? Because
what I get?
I normally get it. You don't get anything. You
always be closing, baby. You're not selling me on getting the thing.
Dude, I am selling you, because if you don't get it, you're not going to be able to talk no more. Don't you want to talk to the audience? You love to talk, don't you?
All right, he's selling me now.
You like to talk.
Always be closing, man.
She likes to talk. Bro.
I was testing him. Always be closing.
Go get the charger, man.
Get it.
Right? So I was talking to this lady, right? She's telling me, she's talking to me, right? And the whole time she's like, man, I just came back from this convention, and some of the things that you're asking me, the way you're asking me, the commitments that you're making me go for, right? How you're doing it is so very much like what I just learned, right? And it's so awesome, right? And we're just having a conversation back and forth, right? And the whole time she doesn't feel like she's being sold, right? She doesn't feel like she's buying, or she feels good, right? She feels good about what I'm selling her, right? Why? Because I'm taking the time out. Why? Because I decided to invest into my skill sets a long time ago, and I continue to do so, right? I never look. Listen, what is the best time to sell?
Now, dude, now.
The best time to sell is right after you just got a sale, right? And let's be honest, sometimes we get a big ass sale or a big close and you feel good and you're like, yo, I feel so good.
Sell again.
You just sit on that feeling,
Nah,
right?
sell again.
Dude, but what if you took that feeling and you started selling, right?
Sell again.
Man, when you close something out, when you sell something, there's like this feeling. It's like this drug.
You know where
man.
that comes from? You know where that comes from? I want you to
It's
think
like
about
this
when
drug.
think about your kids or when you were a kid. When you know if you wanted to do something, you had to like do something. If you wanted to get something from your parents, you had to do something like clean the floor or whatever. And when you're done, you're like, hey, Dad, you know, can I sleep over at my friend's house? And it was like, wow, he just saw you do all these things in the house. The likelihood of him saying yes is really high. So it's the same thing. It's like when you make a sale, that feeling, use it as momentum to create another sale.
Yeah, man. If you're not using this muscle called selling, right?
Selling muscle.
Dude, it's
Where's
just
that muscle on
it's
your
gonna
body?
get weak. Where's that muscle on my body?
Where's the selling
You mean
muscle?
you can't tell where it's at?
Where's that?
Come on, you can't tell. Look at
Is
this
it your
body.
tongue?
No, it's not my tongue.
What is it?
I can't tell you then. You can't recognize it? It's so recognizable. Everyone can see it.
The selling. If you know where his selling
Where's my
muscle
selling
is,
muscle at?
put it in the comments below. Message us over here. You see a little
Dude,
tag that's
where's
following
your
you.
selling muscle, right? No, seriously, what she's saying is right. When you're about to close that sale, where do you feel that? Where do you get that feeling? Do you get in the stomach? Do you get in the bottom of your stomach, right?
Dude, I get
Do
like,
your hands get sweaty, right? Like what happens? Like, do you start pacing back and forth? Where do you feel it, right? Is it spinning forward? Is it spinning backwards? Where is this feeling, right? Where do you get this feeling at, right?
So let's talk about something really quick, right? Because I love providing value, okay? Let's talk about something. Now that you understand that you got to always be closing, right? There's the best time to sell is right after you make a sale. Well, how do you lead someone up to that sale? How do you apply the ABCs, always be closing? How do we apply that? You got to understand the concept, okay? We talked about this a little bit in one of our previous shows of I Am a Business Show, okay? And when you have a prospect, your goal is to take that prospect from where they are to where they want to be. They are only in your vicinity, on your list. They're only near you because of one thing. Okay? Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they're only near you because of one thing, okay? And that one thing is this. They have a problem. You have a solution.
You got a solution.
You have a solution. Your service solves their problem. Your goal is to take them from where they are and give them milestones that do what? Develop trust, okay? Develop, a desire, and they have to see that they actually need what you offer.
Exactly.
If you can do that, you will end up always closing most of the time, okay? Now, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. Some people are just naive, man. Some people are going to read your stuff, look at your stuff, and they're just going to be so blinded that what you're actually saying is valuable, but to them, it isn't. And you just have to accept that. You got to say, all right, well, that person is either not ready or oblivious, and let them keep moving on. But if you do that, the conversion rate of the amount of people you connect with to the people who actually buy increases. Always be closing. And I just gave you a way to do that. So ask yourself, man, the people that are around you who are either asking you for your information, calling you for your services, or gave you their email on your list, they obviously have a problem that you know how to solve.
It's all about solving problems, right?
Lead them up to that, and you will get
exactly. Look, listen, and another thing, right? Prospects, if prospects are not giving you objections, you're in big trouble, right? Because objections is a sign that people are interested in what you have to offer. But before they actually make a purchasing decision, they really want to make sure that what they're going to be doing is really going to give them what they came here looking for, right? Yeah. So, I mean, if you're not getting any objections.
It all depends on the objection, too.
Dude, if you're not getting any objections, then in reality, right, I mean, you should be scared because technically, right, if you're getting someone say just yesing you to debts, right, yes. They might be lost, they might be confused, or they might just want to buy. But most of the times you want to get objections. In reality, all objections is really a lie, right? It's really to test if you're serious, right? People give you objections because they want to see if you're serious, right?
Look for questions. People ask questions, they're engaged.
Yeah, one of the things that my wife mentioned yesterday is that the biggest thing that sells on the marketplace is certainty, right? If you're not certain, if you're not coming across being confident, right? You're not coming across confidence or in a way where you believe in your products, you believe in the business that you're in, right? What's going to happen is that it's going to be sensed. And the moment someone picks it up through your energy, through your tonality, through your posture, they're going to throw an objection just to make sure if you're serious. And if you stumbled upon them, if you stumble upon an objection, you ain't gonna get the close.
Exactly.
You're gonna walk away without closing the deal, right? So what are some common objections that
I don't have the money.
I don't have the money is one, right? I mean, how do you handle that, right? Because 99% of people that are gonna buy from you are not gonna have the money, right?
But at the same time, they always do.
They always have the money, right?
They always have the money, but they always say they don't have the money.
They always say they don't have the money. So how do you get somebody from not having the money to getting him to say, you know what, I do have the money, or I'm going to find a way to come up with the money? I mean, you were talking to someone earlier today, and he basically said he didn't have the money, right?
Right.
He was pretty much broke, and now all of a sudden he made a commitment with you that he's going to become a Black Card member inside of her business, right? And that's what, like over $3,000 that he's going to have to come up with, right?
Right.
And he's going to do it.
He's going to do it.
How were you able to turn him from saying he didn't have the money to getting him to say, okay, I'm gonna get the money?
Well, because when you are talking to these people, you have to take them. I talked about this on yesterday's episode. You have to take them through this emotional journey. You have to connect them to the reason why they even came to you in the first place. Why are they there? What are they looking for? Connect that to the problem that they have, right?
Okay.
They must have a problem. Connect the emotion that problem gives them, and then heighten it to the pain. Man, this is so painful. Can you imagine how frustrating is this? Describe that to me. When you make that so big in their eyes, they realize they don't want to be in that situation any longer. At that point, at their peak of their pain, I then show them the opposite. Now, what if you did have everything you needed? What is that feeling like? And I switch that emotion immediately. And it's an emotional roller coaster. They go from being depressed and just, oh man,
damn,
my life sucks, to all of a sudden like, whoa,
wow,
like if that is possible, please show me.
Show me.
Now they start almost begging
wow.
you, almost begging you for your help.
Wow.
Now what happens is when now they get to that point, that's when I get their commitments.
What happens?
I then say on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this for you? And because they're at the peak of their wanting to have this, their need to have what they don't have, they're at their peak of that.
Yeah.
They most of the time say a 10.
A 10.
And if they say a 10, that's when I move forward. If they do not say a 10, that's not going to be a sale. I know for a fact.
Unless you get them to say they're a 10.
Unless I get them to understand that by them not being a 10, they are not going to be successful. And I tell them straight out like that, no sugarcoating. You will never be successful that way.
Those are commitments that she's getting along the way, right? And the cool thing about getting commitments or getting them to agree on something that's really powerful is that the moment that they somehow disagree or throw an objection, you can always go back to when you got them to commit and say, hey, well, look, listen, I mean, you told me that you're a 10. You told me that you're going to do
this.
Exactly. You told me that you're going to make this happen. Now, all of a sudden, we come upon a challenge, and all of a sudden, you want to back out.
Did you get that?
And then you can say something like, well, I thought you were going to be honest with me, which is something you can always, like, one of the things I like to cover in the beginning of the conversation is I try to get them to commit to being honest to me 100% of the time. So the moment that they do something like that, they kind of either lie or somehow they retreat back from saying they were going to do whatever it takes. So all of a sudden, now they don't have the money, or now they don't have the time. I always go back and say, hey, man, well, you told me you were going to do this, right? And in the beginning of the conversation, I'm not sure if you remember or if you don't, but let me remind you, but you told me you were going to be honest with me 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So it's either you were lying to me in the beginning when you told me you're going to do whatever it takes, or you're lying to me now.
These are called
either way, you're lying to me. Do you think we can move forward if you continue to lie to me? Do you think I can honestly help you out?
No.
Then can you start being honest with me? I'm here to help you out.
You see, these are called tie downs. If you get them to commit to these things, when this person tells me that they're a 10, they're willing to do whatever it takes, by the time I close the sale and I say it's this amount, oh, but I can't afford that. Didn't you just tell me you're willing to do whatever it takes?
Yeah, you just told me that.
You just told me you were willing to do
whatever it takes. You just told me to be honest, right?
I mean, I am, but I just don't have the money. Well, how can you get the money?
Dude,
Stop looking at your current circumstances on what you don't have and start thinking of how you can get.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. And then I get a commitment. By what day? By what day are you going to have this?
Exactly.
Look, man, this is I call it the magic script, if you will, right? This is literally, if you take them through these milestones, like what he said, the first thing out of your mouth should be committing to the honesty.
Yeah, getting them to commit to the honesty.
Honesty, and you too. You tell them, look, I'm only here to be honest with you. You develop that honest.
You set that up from the front. You
from
say,
the
look,
jump.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I ain't gonna tell you garbage.
I just want you to be honest back.
Because people now, we've been conditioned to be so resistant against sales, against buying so many things, because people are always trying to pitch us stuff, right? And then you got some people scamming people, right, which is totally unethical.
Yeah.
Which makes it harder on the salesperson to really understand these things, right? You have to understand this. You got to develop this craft now to a whole other level, because people are becoming a lot harder to buy, right? But it doesn't mean that they don't want to buy. It just means that you have to get better at your craft. It just means that it just means you got to grow. You got to step up, and you got to start taking it serious.
Absolutely.
You got to commit to saying, you know what? I'm going to be a sales professional. I'm going to learn how to sell, right? Because it's my duty and my obligation.
It is, man. You got to make that dough.
Dude, if you want to eat, if you
want financial freedom.
Dude, exactly. You never want to go hungry. You got to learn how to sell.
You got to do the ABCs, man. Always be closing.
Always be closing. What happens if someone says, well, I don't have the money, right? And they honestly don't have the money. Like, how would you close that deal?
Man, the same way I just did, man. What are the resources you have to get that money?
So would you say you get to commit to like some other
yeah, man. I'll either concession to where they're at, and I'll get a commitment from that moment. What are they going to buy right now? What are they going to get? Exactly. Tell me what you're going to get. I'm going to hold you accountable to that date. We're going to get, I'm going to help you. Let's start thinking of the resources to help you get that.
Exactly.
Why? Because if you think about what we talked about yesterday, man, it is your duty and obligation to sell someone, to take people's money. Listen, seriously, because there's this deception, like I mentioned yesterday, that it's wrong to take people's money. No, it's wrong to take people's money if they're not getting anything in return. That's wrong.
But if you're 100% confident, you believe in your product,
to take their money so that they can have what they're looking for.
Yeah.
If they don't get what they're looking for, they live this stagnant, still life that never changes, man.
Dude,
and that's sad.
Dude, yeah, it's our duty to help others. It's our duty to get people to buy stuff from. Look, listen, guys. For you, we're here every single day, Monday through Friday, all right, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, okay? And we love you. We appreciate you, right? And because you came here, we really want to give you a gift. We want to give something in return, right? Which you can only get access by texting NOISE, 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 right? 31996, okay? And you're gonna get an exclusive link, an exclusive opportunity as the spots are filling up as we speak, to actually get access to this exclusive training. Where we're going to be bringing one of our buddies that we met in Cancun, Mexico, while we were at the 10X seminar, who's going to be coming on here, and he's going to be teaching you guys some really, really powerful stuff.
Yeah, he's excited.
Amazing things, right? I mean, I'm pumped up. I'm excited.
I can't wait to learn.
Dude, I'm pumped up as
I'll be there, guys. You guys better be there.
You're going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
Dude, you better text NOISE.
Look, and if you don't, I don't mind keeping all the good golden nuggets.
They better text NOISE
to 31996. Now, if you don't, look, we really don't mind keeping all the golden nuggets that are going to be shared there so we can dominate.
Exactly.
It's going to be awesome, guys. So look, man, once you get the honesty, right, you then have to ask for the goal. What is the goal that they're looking to create? Because once you know the goal, you know why they're here. And when you know why they're here, you can pull on that.
Yeah.
You can pull on it.
Exactly.
Find out what their goal is, why they want that goal, how it makes them feel to not have that goal, how it will make them feel when they have that goal, get their level of 10 commitment, and are they coachable? That's it. Those are the 7 things, man. You do those 7 things, and immediately you are going to position yourself as the authority, as the leader, and they're going to line up and immediately make a commitment to buy, and then they buy.
Exactly.
It's that simple, guys. This is how you move the train. You never go hungry. Always be closing, not only in business, but in your relationships, in your vacations, in your life period. That's how you create overall wealth. Always be closing.
Exactly. Overall wealth, man.
Overall wealth.
That's freaking awesome.
I love it.
I love it too. So guys, man, we appreciate you coming on the show. We thank you. We're here every single Monday through Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, guys.
The IamABusinessShow.com.
This is your last opportunity, right? If you actually want to be on here, if you want to get the exclusive ticket admission, right, for tomorrow's hangout training, text NOISE to 31996, guys.
You're there.
ABC of selling, right? Always be closing. This is
the Power Couple.
I'm not a businessman.
I am
a businessman.
We'll see you on the next one.
Tomorrow.
Hit us up. We love you.